Yo, hey everyone, how are you all doing? My name is Raymond. I'm developing a third-person wall-riding parkour game called Project Feline. And today we're going to do some more level design. I'm just getting everything opened. We're using Unreal Engine. For those who are new to the stream, I don't use Unity, despite popular opinion. And we're going to be doing more of these level blockouts and see what happens. And thanks for everyone who could join. Thanks for people who have followed the channel, like Photocopy DYT and Noisy Pancake. Thanks so much for following, and this new guy, the French Spy, getting a lot of new followers now. I think we're up to like 700 or something last I checked. It's crazy. So yeah, I really appreciate the support. So let me just look for my map that I was working on. Oh, another follower. Oh, hey Sanjay, thanks so much for following. Good to have you on board. I'm trying to find my concept art. Where did I put it? I always like to have that open before I get into things. But I have so many damn folders. I think it's in here somewhere. I have a very specific folder structure, but I'll get into that another time. Alright, let's get some of these open. Because I'm sure there's going to be people asking, what the hell am I making? And this is some concepts for those that have like decided to tune in after weeks of I don't know. I've been streaming for a few weeks now, so in case you haven't seen them all, I'm trying to do something like this. And there's one more picture I want to get open. This one. There's like the overall game world one. Oh my god, stop following me. Thanks so much for the follows, guys. N810L3. I'm going to butcher these names, I'm very sorry. And Ignis Lee Glaciers. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct, but thanks so much for following. Because I hear this noise in my headphones whenever I get like a notification. Thanks, Dedras, for following as well. All right, so I think this is the map. I've done a bit more to it since the last stream, and I want to show you guys. I'm not sure if I should play through the whole thing, because it's starting to sort of get a bit long, like not too long, but it's a little lengthy now. But I'm just gonna like sort of pan around and show you what I've got. So we have this first area with some platforming, we've got this little indoor bit, and then we've got the warehouse, or as I like to call it, Bunnings, inside here. And then once you finish Bunnings warehouse, you go over to the tilted towers over here, which are actually perfectly straight and they're not tilted, but I like to call them that. And then we have the under construction area here with like a construction site and a platform and a massive crane. And then you go up here and I want to put some more cranes in here for some more platforming. And then this is the bit we were sort of working on the other day. And I've got this little bit with the windows. And then you can sort of platform your way up through here. And then there's this whole new bit that I was doing yesterday. And I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but it looks like another construction site. And I wanted to do it with like a fast and slow route. And I'll play through this little bit just so that you guys can like have a look. Excuse me. So I'll like spawn in right here. So there's Gabby. Say hi to Gabby, everyone. I don't have a emote animation for her yet, so she can't wave, but she can like just stare you down. So hopefully that doesn't make anyone uncomfortable, just like staring. But yeah, so say hi to Gabby. And if you guys don't know, I've added a new air dash move in the last stream, so you can like jump in midair to do a dash, and you can use that move to traverse this bit. Now, I'll take this bottom route here. There's a little grind rail leading us to this next area. And what I'd like to do is get you up on this crane. But I want to build up to it. So you're going to have to do a bit of parkour. And you have to do a bit of... sorry about the lighting, by the way. I haven't done any lighting on this yet, so it looks really bad. But it's just the general layout we're testing. And if you get your way up, I want to like put a rail on here so that you can just grind up the crane. So that's what we're going to be doing, and then we're going to make like a new section for it to go into just to see what happens. But if you were paying attention to this bit, you might have noticed if I spawn in again, I can take a shortcut, and I want to show you guys that because I know you guys love your shortcuts. So if I make it onto this taller platform, I can take this faster grind rail and make it here, and then catch this. Oh damn it! I didn't make it. Let me do that again. I stacked it. So if I'll do that again for you guys in case you missed it. Let me full screen. So I can grind on here, and then I can jump to get some more momentum, and then I can zoom up here, and it's like way quicker. So yeah, thanks Noah64 for following, and thanks the Flame as well for the follow. I should probably answer some questions if you got. I haven't checked the chat window yet. My apologies. I want to thank my moderators for being able to be with us because I know that they're like across the on the world, like the completely other end of the planet. So I know it's like really early in the morning or something. So I really appreciate it. All right, let me just let me have a look. Why not use Unity? Not to be rude. Oh, I think I've answered that before. It's a bit of a long story. But I have used Unity for a long time. I used Unity for 10 years before I did Unreal. So it's not that I'm just shitting on Unity or anything. Like, I think both are pretty good. But given my circumstances and my skills, Unreal is like my preference. But that's not just, like, I've used Unity. I'm not just like saying that because I've looked at it. Like, I'm quite familiar with it. I haven't tried any of the other things like Godot or anything. I haven't used those before. I'm probably... I know everyone asked me back when the UE5 announcement came out if I was going to be switching to UE5. And probably not. Just because, yeah, it's pretty impressive and all that. It's graphically amazing, but it's not really... I don't think I could really take advantage of all that. Just as a one-man team and as a very stylized game. I think I can handle it with UE4, and I don't want to relearn like new tools without unless there's like a real big necessity. So yeah, let me read some more chat questions. I'm sure there's like a lot of people. I don't know how many people do we have. I have no clue. 42. Jesus, wow, I'm getting a bit nervous. Yeah, I should really add a smile sort of thing. I want to redo some of these animations. I think I mentioned this before, because like these were under a fair bit of criticism when I released them, and I've been sort of going through it and seeing what's like constructive and what's just people's tastes. But I think I would like to add some more personality and maybe make them look a little more feminine too, because I like this idol animation is quite I don't know, she's kind of like manspreading a bit, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, but I don't think for her stature that's like a realistic pose, and it looks kind of strenuous. So I want maybe something more relaxed, like more upright, sort of for her idol. But that's gonna be like in a few months when I come back to that. I got a lot of more stuff to do first, but it's on the list. Rakyox. Sorry, I'm gonna like butcher these names. We got a first-time viewer. Hey, thanks. Glad you can join us. Thanks for watching my devlogs. Appreciate it a lot. I noticed a lot of people have been binge watching them, which I've been getting like a few comments lately with people just saying, "Oh, I've just binged your entire series." I'm curious to know like how long that would take, because I haven't watched them all myself. So I don't know if anyone here's binged them all. Like, I don't know, how long did it take? I'm curious. But I really appreciate you watching them. I guess it's a good thing, because I don't put out videos very often. You can always just like go back and just like binge it like a Netflix show or something. So yeah, I'd be curious to know how long it actually takes to get through it. Because some of them are very short. Some of them are like 3 minutes. Some of them are like 10, 20 minutes long. But yeah. An hour each day. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, like her singlet's kind of, like, it's very tight. Like, it's not a very loose-fitting thing. So I'm not sure if wind would, like, it might be difficult. It's also, like, because of the animation style, I can't do any simulations. Because simulations would update more, what's the word? They would update more smoothly than the animations, and I think that would just look strange. So I'm not sure, but I mean, I'd also, like, if there was going to be anything I simulate, I'd want to do it by hand. And I've kind of done that with the hair. I don't know if you guys can see, but her hair actually, like, will move back and forward, and that's, like, animated by hand. And I think that's sort of how you should do it if you're doing this style, because in real animation, it's not simulated, it's done by hand. And I think having that hand done, I don't know, it gives it more authenticity, I think. But that's just sort of my opinion. Same with the tail. I know it's super broken on the idol. It works on the other animations just fine. Like the walk, on the walk animation, it doesn't move too much. But yeah, like having it sway back and forth, I had to do that by hand. Anyway, I'm trying to look for my grind rail asset. I want to add a grind rail up here. I don't want to open it. I want to place it. There we go. I'll open up my super grid. Yeah, for those curious, I'm using Supergrid to build for these meshes to block it out, and this isn't what it's going to look like, don't worry. I know that the default grid does not match with my character, I'm well aware. It doesn't match with anything, but it's just blocking it out and making sure it's fun. So I understand it looks very rough, but it's a first draft. That's what it is. Smear frames. That's something I've been suggested, but I'm not sure how. I'll tell you a little story about smear frames. For those who don't know, I used a lot of resources from GDC and specifically from Arc System Works, or ArcSys as people call it, who made Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball FighterZ, and they had they kind of developed that technique, and there isn't a lot of resources on it, so it's kind of hard to emulate. Oh Jesus. What have I done? Oh, I haven't. I've rotated this grind rail into the building. Let me rotate it. So yeah, so I looked up their talks, and they talked about smear frames, and it was actually what they did for like particles. Like if you like move your hand and there's like a cloud of dust or something, as a joke, because they were like, "How are we gonna do that?" And as a joke, one of the artists said, what if we like modeled every frame of like the smoke particle, like put a different model in of cloud? And they kind of just laughed it off, but that's what they ended up doing. And it's like, they were like, oh Jesus, yeah, it took like ages. So I'm not too enthusiastic about putting myself through that, but I want to see if there's a better way, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So I'm not sure how high this grind rail should go. because I kind of want it to go along the crane, but you're going up the crane, and I don't know if like, if I like go up like that, I don't know if there's a way I can. I guess I could just like land here and put another rail there. That could work. Let's give that a go. Also, I should have eaten more before. I'm actually starting to get hungry already. I had breakfast, but I don't think it was enough. So, regrets have had bad decisions were made. I should probably have eaten a lot more before going on. But anyway, I've got my Coke. That should keep me sustained. Stretch frames I do have. It's some of them are quite easy to notice, some of them aren't. But the jump animation has some mad stretch on it. I'll show you guys what that looks like. So if I like, I'm gonna try and pause it just as I jump. It's kind of hard to see. Oh Jesus, hold on. Let me turn off motion blur. Okay, that should work. I have to open my settings menu once for them to apply. So I don't know if you guys can like see, but it's starting to stretch out in that jump, and I know that the timing is really off for this. But one of them that has a lot of stretch is like the wall jump animation. I didn't get the right frame, but the leg will like full on stretch for a frame. And that was, if you want to know more about it, I have a whole video on the animations, so I'd probably recommend watching that. But yeah, oh, we got who followed me? Someone followed me. Thanks, Status Active, for the follow. Actually, let me open another tab quickly. I gotta open my Streamlabs tab so I can actually see activity. How do I log in? Why does it keep logging me out? Excuse me. But yeah, like Into the Spider-Verse, that's like in film, that's a great example of like this kind of style. It's animated, I don't know about Spider-Verse specifically, but I know that anime is animated on, it's variable, it's animated on 2s and 3s. It's not one or the other, and sometimes it's animated on 1s. And that's kind of the peculiar thing with anime, is that I think Western cartoons have it a bit more consistent, but I think I remember watching some history of anime or something, and that was like one of the earlier things to kind of, because Disney had very smooth animations, and because of like the World War in Japan and stuff, it was sort of like common for them to not have as many frames and to like have the mouths move like up and down without like changing shape. So, and it's an interesting little thing. I like it. I think it looks really, really cool. And it saves a lot of work. But yeah, I might, I don't know, later on add some more in between frames to some of mine. Again, they were only made in 2 weeks, and I'd like never animated that way before, so yeah, I don't think I can expect to get it right the first time, but yeah, that'll be something for later. I wonder if I could make this rail faster, because it's a bit slow. I have a little trick for that. Ooh, we got what did we get? Someone hosted me. Oh, thanks so much, dude. No one's hosted me before. I only learnt what hosting was recently. Nick Fizzle 300 who hosted. Thanks so much. Yeah, because I'm very new to Twitch, so I got like no idea what half of these are. But I was looking at like other channels, and I noticed that they would like now hosting this person, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. So appreciate it. Oh, hey, it's Dark Lord Louis again. I remember your name from the last stream. You said something really funny. I think it's because my beard's starting to grow back now, and I think I like just shaved before my last stream, and you said something like Ray 2.0 like got an update or something. It's really funny. So yeah, it's going back now. I'm starting to look more like Raymond. I'm not the imposter Bizarro Ray anymore. Okay, so I'm just to speed up this rail, I have a little trick, because this is made out of the spline, and I use a data set to control different properties of it. And one of those properties is the width and thickness, which I'm going to leave the same for the moment. But then there's this one called speed multiplier, and I can turn that up, and it'll actually... the character has a base grind speed, but then each rail can modify that and multiply it. So if I put it at... Oh, wait a sec. I have to. Okay, it's still a bit bugged because I made it, and of course, but I have to set. It has to be the same multiplier across each point of the rail for it to work. So if I hop on now, you see it's a lot faster. Oh, maybe it's a bit too fast. But if I go up, it's at 1, and then this is at 2. It goes like zoom, and then you can like fly off. Actually, you get a lot of air doing that. I'll turn it down to like 1.4 or something. How did you blueprint the rails? Well, that might be for another video or something. I don't know if I covered it. I think I might have. I did a video talking about the grind rails. I don't know how in depth I went, but it's a basic spline. It's a component that Unreal has, and then I use like a movement. I just move the character along the spline. It's not the best way of doing it, which is why I don't really want to share it, because it's really it's bad. It's like really what's the word? It's like a band-aid over what it really should be. So it's definitely not like optimized at all, but it works. And it's like, I wanted to spend another month on it, but I'm like, no, I can't. I just need to move on. So it's something I come back to later probably, because I'd like to get dynamic momentum and like sort of like a Sonic Adventure 2 sort of thing going on. But with the current system I have, it's just not viable. But it at least works like functionally to an extent, and that's sort of the priority at the moment. But yeah, I should make a Gabby launcher rail. I'm not quite sure what a launcher rail is. Might have to clarify. But you can jump off the rails, and that's like really fun. Like you can jump off them and maintain your speed. This rail over here I'm going to try and land on. Actually, fuck. Sorry. I missed it. But this rail here, this top one, is actually, it gives you a lot of momentum. And I want to show you guys again, because I just... You could like jump at the end and you just go flying upwards. I really like it. Maybe I'm enjoying myself a bit too much. But yeah. I could set it to 500. That would be insane. Screw it. I'll do it. I'll show you guys what it looks like if I put this at 500%. Have a bit of fun. Watch this. Okay, I didn't expect that. I hit the skybox and died. I left the atmosphere. Watch this. So that's what happens when I put it at 500%. So there we go. So I might set that back to 1, so I don't die. And I want to like have it so you have to jump to like another rail. So we'll make a copy of this and use it. So I'm gonna rotate this a bit and move this along. Might set the snapping to 100. Get those precise values. So maybe that's too much of an angle, I think. Oh yeah, I haven't put on my tunes yet. I know you guys you can hear background music, and that's my Creative Commons music. And I play I've now gotten to the habit of playing different music in my actual headphones, but I can't play it for you guys because it's copyrighted. So I haven't picked any to jam to yet. So I don't know what to. I don't know. But yeah, I've got just my devlog series music, which is like Creative Commons, and I've just listened to it so much that I need a break from it. But it's the only music I'm allowed to play. So that's sort of just how it is. I'll put on Stale's House again. That was really cool. I think I put this on last time, and everyone was like, "Oh my god." So I'll put that on. Alright. Adjust my volume. If my actual background music is too loud, let me know. I've turned it down since the last one, but yeah. Or if my mic's too quiet. It's always weird to set this thing up. It's like, sometimes it's too loud, sometimes it's like too quiet. So yeah, I always have to change it for like when I'm doing videos, because when I film I put the microphone right here, but if I'm doing like anything in a call I kind of want the microphone out of frame. But yeah. Oh no. Let's see if I can actually make that jump. Oh hey, we got a... Oh thanks, oh my god, for French Spy, thanks so much for the $30 donation. French Spy says, it'd be really cool to add the smile that Gabby has on the Project Feline homepage. Yeah, definitely. I think that would be really cool. She actually does have a few facial expressions. They're very hard to see, because she's always got her back facing the camera. But her facial expression does slightly... let's see if I can get a better shot of that, actually, just for you. Hold on, let me get a closer FOV. We'll get right up in there. Now, it's a bit hard to see, but she kind of has like a serious sort of face when she's idle, and then when she's walking... Actually, I'll get my controller, because I can actually like just tilt the joystick and do the walking animation for you. And she does this weird thing where her eyes will start looking off to the side, but then it goes back, so I don't know why that happens. But she has like this kind of more slightly happyish expression, and then when she's skating... I mean, I guess it's kind of the same, really. But then when she's grinding, she has like an angry face, and I want to try and get that one. So I'll land on a... I should probably zoom my camera out, so I can actually see where I'm going. But if I... Oop, how do I pause? Okay, let's get on a grind rail and I'll show you how that looks. So yeah, she's got like an angry sort of face there when she's grinding. Oh, no, sorry. I hit the wrong key, but you guys get a nice look at that. And I've got like her hair sort of swooping back as well. But yeah, that one I liked. I think that came out okay. But yeah, I want to add more like smirky kind of expressions. I'm still not quite sure like I'm still deciding on what her personality really is, because it's been through a lot of iterations. And there's a lot of debate about as to what kind of character I want to put in this story. So I'm not sure. I don't even know what the story is again. So it takes a lot of thought. I don't just want to arbitrarily pick something and say, oh, I think she should be this because of my own sensibilities. But I want to try and like do it properly and establish a real character and stuff. So I don't know how well I'll do that. But I'm prepared for it to completely suck. Because I think, yeah, I don't want to set my expectations too high. But, yeah, it's sort of like a debate between whether I want her to be, like, kind of timid and what's the word? Innocuous, or a bit more cocky and self-assured. Because I'm not sure. She's been a character in my head for a long time, and I've written, like, you know, a few bits and stuff about this character over the years, but it kind of evolves as I evolve, so it's kind of tricky to really decide on what direction to take it in, or even like one thing that's been of contention is what her age is, because a lot of people have been asking that, and I've been reluctant to answer because I'm not sure what it should be really. I know that she's either like, you know, like an older adolescent or a young adult, because I don't want to make the character too old, because I want to like maybe tell more than one story with this character and have her sort of grow up. But yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what the best point in time it is to set Project Feline's story. Is it like earlier in her life or a bit later? And I think that'll depend. That'll change what her character will be. I think. Like, I think if she's gonna be younger, she's gonna be a bit more less experienced and more naive. Whereas I think if I make her more mature, she'll be a bit different, and maybe have a bit more of that Sonic type personality that's kind of cheeky and I don't know what, yeah, like sort of self-assured. So anyway, yeah, this is just some ideas floating around. Do I have any plans? B Maddie asks if I have any plans for Gabby to hang on the edge. Yes, I do. I have I think I've mentioned, because the Project Feline's gameplay is like, it's okay, but it does kind of suck in a lot of ways. And that's that's my main mission with building this level, is to figure out why this game sucks, basically. And it sounds really weird for me to say out loud, because I know it's my game. But I really want to... I don't know if you guys know, there's like a saying where it's like, you gotta kill your baby. And that's something that I remember hearing a lot, like with people with ideas. You don't want to get too attached to them, and you want to really butcher them and like smack the idea around and beat it up until it's like, it's still kind of good after all that. So yeah, what I've realized through making this level is that you can only do so much with just wall riding and grinding, and that's why I want to add more stuff. But I've had to make the conscious decision to stay on track and to keep those in a list and then fix them later and keep doing and stay on track with the level. And I think there's a lot of reasons for that, and I don't know if I should, I don't know how much detail I should go into, because it's been quite the source of stress for me. But yeah, there's a reason why I'm not doing it yet, but it's on the list for sure. I want to see what else comes up as well. And gosh, it's really hard to land that rail. I wonder if I move it up, it might make it easier. Damn it. Yeah, these do glitch out a bit, you'll notice. Let me move up here. So you'll notice that yeah, sometimes the rails will teleport you, and that's like bad. So that's why I don't want to share my code, because it's really broken. You don't want to see it. But it works for the most bit for now. And for a prototype, I think that's good enough. It's not a finished game yet. Move that closer. Oh, I didn't move the... Oops. Let me... Okay, so it's kind of weird, because if there's an object that's close to the grind... Oh, sorry, I just spit. If there's an object that's close to the grind rail, the character won't... if there's an object close to it, it won't detach, because if it detects more than one collision, it'll say, okay, no, only if there's one collision will grind. So it's a bit of a tricky business trying to position these rails. I think I'll put them slightly above, because I think cranes kind of look like that anyway, right? I'll refer to my... Yeah, they kind of have this top bit here, so I want to make it like a top bit that kind of narrows up at the top. I'm gonna read some more chat comments. At what point do I plan on finishing the level? Hopefully this week. But there's been a lot of internal debate on that too, because, and by internal debate I just mean me talking to myself. My internal monologue here has been deciding how long to spend, and I don't want to spend too long. And I know that, you know, things take time, I don't want to rush it, and that, you know, things you can't like build a great level in a day. But I think it's good I set a limit, because otherwise I could spend years like on building everything and making it perfect, and I don't think I should be striving for perfection in these cases. I think it should just be finished, even if it's kind of bad, or, you know, for the most part it's like good but it's not perfect, you know what I mean? It's like finished, not perfect. So for this level, I know that I'm gonna have to redo it, and I know that sounds kind of crazy, because it's like, why are you putting this effort in if you're just gonna scrap it anyway? And the reason is because this level is kind of like a learning experience, where it's like I'm learning what the game is capable of and what kind of levels the game can facilitate. Because I don't know if Project Feline is fun for more than 30 seconds, and I've kind of learnt about that through building this level. And what I learned is that it's almost, but it's not quite. It's almost fun for more than 30 seconds, and that was my problem with my older levels, because my older levels were about 30 seconds, and people really like those ones, but I haven't ever put it in... This level here, it takes about... To get up to where I am now, it takes... If you do it like at a steady pace, it takes about 1 minute and 40 seconds. If you take shortcuts, it takes about 1 minute, which is still short, but it's considerably longer than my older levels. And even 1 minute, because, you know, that's quite short still, right? Like, that's not a very long level. And I realized that there's just not enough there to really pad it out for that long. And I know, and my brain's like, oh crap, this is like a big problem. And I'm aware that it's a problem, but it's like, I would rather be aware of that problem than not be aware of it, and then have people tell me, like in a Steam review, saying, oh yeah, this game's good and all, but the levels are really short and it's really boring. So I want to try and like be my own critic. And I don't know if that's always a good idea, but I think in this case it is. And I kind of want to beat this thing up so that at least when other people do, at least it won't be anything new, right? And if there is something new, then all the better. But I want to try and cover all bases. So I know that this level is like still, it's the first one, and everything, the first thing you do of anything is always crap. And I want to go into that knowing it and not believing that it's going to be amazing, because it won't. But failure is, I think you learn a lot from failing. And I don't want to like, I don't mean to be self-deprecating or anything. Like I'm still proud of this, but I think it's a necessary sacrifice where it's like, you have to fail and then learn and then take what you did and like try it again and change something. So the problem with this level, for example, is just I think it's just figuring out how to make Project Feline levels longer and still fun. That's the problem that I need to solve. And I think it's a very important problem, which is why I'm doing it. I'm not focusing on the character model anymore or anything else. I think it's even more important than the mechanics, because I'm learning what kind of mechanics even need to be there to begin with. And that's where I got the idea of ledge grabbing and adding more of those slower paced, like pace breaker parkour mechanics. I didn't have any, like, yes, you know, other games do it, and I probably would have had the idea to just from copying other games, right? But I think it's more organic to kind of look at, like, actually solve those problems and say, okay, I'm not just doing this because another game has it, but I'm doing this because it solves a problem in my game. And yes, you have that fundamental understanding that it's not just because another game has it, it's because it's an efficient way of solving this problem that my game has. Because sometimes you might copy a mechanic from another game that might actually not solve a problem that your game has. And that's, I think, I'm trying to think of a word for that's sort of like, it's not necessarily coherent. I think that's the word. It's just sort of mishmashing a bunch of mechanics together. And that's a good place to start from, I think, especially if you don't have any ideas. But I think you kind of have to look at, really analyze your game and go, what would work for this? And I think one way of, well, there's two ways of doing it I've seen. You either look at other games, or you try and make your game, you take it further and see, and push the limits, and then figure out why it sucks, and then what solutions could work. So anyway, that was a massive, massive tangent there. But that's just, I guess it's sort of related to what we're doing. That's why I'm building this level. So I thought that might be interesting to share. I want to put it, I want to explain it more in the next devlog, which I want to get out by the end of the week. So that's my goal. Do I have any, Twitch Necrow asks if I have any other ideas for characters. I do, but I'm kind of reluctant to, I'm just not really focused on it particularly at the moment. But I have a few ideas of people I want to add in the behind the scenes. But we'll see what happens. I don't want to make any promises. Weird question from... Oh, this is his words. He says, Mr. Vox Art says, weird question. Do you plan to model the levels, like texturing? Yeah, I do. And I wanna stream some of that stuff as well. I'm gonna try and bring this back to my point I was saying earlier. Because I want to make this a polished level and it looks finished. That's sort of another goal. And you might say, well, why are you doing that if you're going to scrap it? And I think it's also there to test other things. Because you've seen this concept stuff. This is sort of the idea, like the look I'm thinking about. But I still don't know if this is going to work. Because I haven't tried it. So I want to try it with this level and make like a relatively small level. Like I don't think this level will be longer than 2 minutes. Which might sound a bit disappointing. But it's considerably longer than every level I've made so far, which to me is like, yes, it might not be a 5-minute level, but at least it's better than what I did before, and that's really all you can ask for, I think. It's an improvement, and yeah, I want to make just like that's like a 2-minute level that looks finished, and it's like, you know, it sort of gives people an idea of what I'm going after, and I think I think you guys will like it. And it'll be more fun to play through it. And I think for me it's also valuable because then I can look at it and say, alright, imagine this but the rest of the game. Is this something I want to do? And then you really have to see it, I think, to really make that choice. I can overanalyze and think heaps. I do that quite often where I overthink everything. And I think, you know, I should just make it and just actually do it and just see what comes of it, because you don't know. All sorts of problems might come up. The art style might look really bad. I have no way of knowing. Yes, it looks good on concept art, but I don't know how it's going to look. So, yeah, I do plan on going the full 9 yards with this level and getting some nice model and geometry in. I'm going to take as much shortcuts as possible to get that. And I know that sounds kind of strange, but I want to use like assets from the UE marketplace and stuff to help build it just to save time. because like I said, it's there to kind of, it's a proof of concept. It's not really going to be a final thing, but it might evolve into a final thing, and that's really what's important, is that it has the potential. And even if it doesn't, it'll inspire whatever does end up in the future, in the final build. So yeah, that's sort of been my... you're going to see it all unfold over the next few months. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, because this is taking a bit longer than I expected. Because I wasn't actually expecting to really sit down and make a level, like sort of in the sense that I wasn't planning to try and really test it. I was just sort of going to make whatever I felt like, but I couldn't really do that because I just kept running out of ideas. And I also really want to have people test this level first before I start modeling it. So be on the lookout. On Friday or Saturday, I want to put out a build with this level in it, and I want you guys to play it for me and give me some feedback on it if you've got the time. I'd really appreciate it a lot. Anyway, let's keep constructing. I've been kind of rambling on a bit. So I don't know where this should lead, but I think I should tilt one of these cranes a bit. I think that'd be fun. So let's give that a go. I just want to get the right pivot point so I can do that. And I don't know if this will work, so bear with me. Air moves, yeah. To answer your question, Sen-T, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but I do have that new air dash move that I showed earlier. So if you jump in midair, you dash forward like that, and people have been. I've tested it like in house, and people are really enjoying it so far. So you guys will get a chance to try it soon. I think you can sort of do it already in the current build because I have the air kick move, but I'm thinking about just taking out the combat because I'm not really sure if it's just not, I don't know. I don't think it's that good. I think I should just take it out. But people still liked that air kick move, and I think it's really good for air control. So, like for example, I could like make a 90-degree turn just by jumping and, oh, sorry. Like if I like jump and then turn 90 degrees, or if I jump and turn that way, it's like you get a lot of air control, and I think people will like it. I really like it, so I think other people will like it too. So if I jump and try and like zoom, do like a quick 90-degree twitch sort of turn or something, you get a lot of control, and you can kind of dash into these walls, which feels really nice. I really like it. So yeah. Do you have a timer set? Oh no, I don't. Damn it, I should set one. I always forget to do that. Thanks, Tim. Good to see you on stream again, buddy. You come to them a lot. I'm really surprised people, at least in Australia, have like, because it's like the middle of the day in a weekday. So I appreciate you coming on. Anyway, let's go on to the next area, shall we? Actually, yeah, I was gonna test if these actually worked. Hold on. So let me go up and see if we can actually make it. I don't know if I did this already. I was just kind of in autopilot mode. All right, that kind of works. I think we should make it a little easier. So I might tilt this one crane up a little. Just a... Ooh, hold on, let me change my... Okay. Alright. Okay, that one's a bit buggy. I should move this one a bit. And I've selected the skybox by accident. Don't want that. How long have we been going? 45 minutes. Alright, yeah, I haven't really made much progress. Sorry about that. Oh, lunch break. Hell yeah. Okay, I should move this. I gotta move this higher, I think. Maybe? I don't know if I actually do. I'll move that back down. I think I just need to move it across or away, like here. So let's give that a go. I want to like spawn myself here and try and do it quickly. Alright, that's not bad. I wonder if I can move it forward a bit. Oh. Oh no, that's the wrong one. This one. So if I move it this way. Can you actually make that jump? Oh yeah. I don't know if that. Well, whatever. I think it's good for now. We'll see what. Well, that'll be for the playtesters to figure out if it's a good idea to have it there. I don't know what to put in next. I want you to. Actually, I'm getting some ideas. Maybe I should. I was thinking something like this first picture, like a really high up sort of bit. So we'll do something like that. So I'll get one of these cubes, and I'll scale it up really high. Nick Fizzle 300 asks, just curious, do you have any tips for any new game developer? Yeah, I get asked that quite a bit actually, and it's always something different. But I don't know, I don't really think there's anything I can say that's gonna help a new developer. I think it's just more like, I don't know. There's something that I usually say, and it's just like, actually, like, make the game. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you're starting to, most people that I've met, they often don't even start. Like, they just have an idea and they kind of just sit on it for a few years. And that's probably the worst thing you can do, I think. So, speaking from my own experience, I'd say if you're a new game developer, assuming that, I guess this is assuming that you've already started on something, and that's already good. Like, there's nothing I can really say. Just keep going, and I think you'll kind of just figure it out on your own. I think that's sort of the best thing to do. Is just let people figure it out by themselves. But if you really want some advice from me, I'd say learn how to manage time and track everything you do. I think that's a very important thing. It's something that's helped me a lot. So keep estimates, make estimates for things, keep track of how long you take, log your time, organize your tasks, break it down, make lists, tick them off, and I think that is going to be how you get your first game finished, because that's what I'm doing with Project Feline. I think if I didn't do that, I would have given up. I would have just stopped and gotten stuck and completely lost my mind. So I would say out of all the things I could offer, that's probably the most important. I don't think learning how to, the modeling and like, that's the easy stuff. You don't really need, you can like learn that on your own really easy. Like how to program and how to model and how to make levels, like that kind of just comes with practice. But I think what people neglect is that it's sort of, it sounds like a more boring thing because it's not the game development, it's just time management. And it sounds very like managerial and boring, but that's really, I think people who know how to do that are a lot better than people that have really, like, they might have great art skills, but if they can't manage time, I personally wouldn't work with them if they didn't know how to manage time. But that's just my opinion. Take that with a grain of salt, because I don't really work with people much, so what do I know? But that's helped me a lot, though, so that's what I would say. And yeah, tutorials on YouTube, those are great. Try and, if you can save yourself some money from doing a degree, yeah, like just go on YouTube and check out like what people are doing and just learn from them. It'll definitely save you some time and potentially thousands of dollars. So I'd say check that out. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna put. I think I should I'm gonna change my song actually, because I'm getting a bit, I have like the same EP on loop twice now, so I want to change it. I'm going to pick, I feel like maybe this guy. Yeah, I'm going to put on some Gregory Essayan. Love his stuff. There we go. Let's sort of move that window over here. What are tips for time management? So I've just been trying to read some chat questions. Tips for time management? I would say look up this video called, I think it's called Scrum in 10 Minutes. And it's by Axosoft. I'd say just give that a watch. That'll give you all you need to know about how I manage my time. I don't know if it's not the only way of doing it, but I personally like it. I think it's very effective, and the main point is that it's very iterative. And I think I think for game development specifically, that's what you want. And I noticed that in my own journey, every time I'm not doing something iterative, it's always bad, or like unhealthy. Like when I was doing the character model, that wasn't particularly iterative. It was very much what we call waterfalling, where it's just a constant, it's a one-directional stream. Like there's no testing and iterating, it's just everything's going in one direction. And I think that's good sometimes, but in small amounts for a game project. I think the real important thing is it's like more of a loop where you're just iterating in short bursts, not like 6-month long quests. I think that's a very unhealthy thing to do. Unless you're like, I don't know, unless you just never get tired. Thanks Dark Diamond Slay for following. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm sure, I'm just like looking at some chat stuff here. I'm sure that everyone's got like a story about like a team project that went horrible. Everyone has them. They're always really entertaining, but it's always like kind of sad how it's like, it could have been easily fixed if you just like had more knowledge, sort of thing. Sir Whatnot says, the first game he worked on was a team project, but there was little to no communication. The game never got finished. If you're going to work in a team, communication, yeah, definitely, 100% agree. Communication is so important. But it's also a lot of work. It also takes a lot of work, which is why I work alone most of the time. Because it's just so, it's really difficult, especially if you're introverted and you're not really that good with, you don't have good people skills. Because, you know, you might say something like, hey, get this done by Sunday, and they might take it as like a personal attack, and that's not fun. It's real pain in the ass. But yeah, no, communication is definitely, I'd say even for solo projects, it's important, because you kind of need to be honest with yourself and communicate with yourself a lot. Because you don't really, your brain is completely, if you're like anything like me, your brain isn't 100%, like, it's not a perfect machine. It makes a lot of errors. So I think even just communication, even with yourself, is very important. You have to really sit down and be honest with yourself and say, you know, am I on track? Is this really a good idea? And really, like, not just satiate yourself and say, oh yeah, that's fine. But you really have to like look at it and go, like, come on, Ray, be honest. So I think even regardless, it's probably easier to do with people maybe, if communication isn't something that you've done a lot. But yeah, I think it's always important, even in a solo environment. The best solution for a team project, says Twitchy Necro, is to keep said team locked in your basement and reward their progress with food and water. I guess that works. Although I will say rewarding is important, because if you don't, I don't know, I haven't really, it's weird. In my own team experience, I felt like I should have really taken more leadership stances, because I was kind of too afraid to. But I think, because no one else really did either, and I think in a lot of my old projects, it was sort of just everyone was kind of too, no one really wanted to take charge. Everyone just kind of wanted to do what they were told. And I think if I had to go back in time, I'd probably try to be a bit more encouraging and be like kind of the big brother and say, oh yeah, this is like, if I see something that's good, you know, you got to tell them. That positive reinforcement. It's really hard to miss, actually, because a lot of the times, even when I was teaching, it's actually, you got to remember to give them like positive feedback. I usually just don't say anything. If it's working, then I just don't say anything, because there's nothing wrong. So you don't really need to, in my head, I don't really feel the need to address it if it works, because it's like, okay, it works, great. It should work. But no, it actually is important to even acknowledge the positive stuff. It really drives morale, I think. What am I going to do with this area? Yeah, I'm going to delete those. I want to do this instead. I want to make like something that you kind of spiral up and climb. I think that'd be cool. So I want to make like I don't know what this is going to be. So this is going to be exciting. I feel like this, I don't know how big to make that. What are these materials? Asks Jara on. Sorry, I'm going to butcher these names. These are from the Super Grid starter pack. I should really put a link to it somewhere. But it's on the UE Marketplace. It's a free asset. It's just like a blocking tool. It's really helpful. I really like it. Super Grid. I'm not sponsored by them, unfortunately, but I think it's really cool. Alright. I don't know if... yeah, I don't know. I'm just playing around. What are we gonna put? I don't know if that... I feel like, yeah, I'll bring this out a bit. I think that's what it needs. And I put some railings around it, so it kind of feels like a... Maybe we'll call this the radio tower. I don't know. I'm just having ideas. I feel like this could be like a communications tower or something. Just so that it... I don't know. Maybe it'll be a cool way to finish the level. I don't know. So let's like see where this goes, shall we? I feel like this should be a bit taller. And I might put some railings on the side here later, but we'll just keep playing around and see what happens. All right, let's rotate this. Just looking at a little, looks like Sir Whatnot's telling us a little story here. He says, now that I'm working alone on the game, I've got like one or 2 weeks of development left before it's finished. If I have the skills or are willing to learn them, I'd say try to do as much as you can do solo. But if it's too much work, get a team. Yeah, I'd say that's some solid advice. I think, yeah, I think like I'm probably that's something I should probably focus on at times as well. But I think if you're doing student projects, it's a lot easier to delegate stuff, just because it's, you know, everyone, it's like a kind of more of a casual thing. But if you're doing like a commercial project, my advice would be to write contracts and actually like do it properly, because people are out there and they're looking to screw you over every chance they get. So not everyone, but there are people out there. So I would say if you're doing like a student project like that, I think that should be encouraged. But I think if you're doing something commercial, be like, don't be afraid to delegate, but also be very cautious, because especially if it's someone you don't know. Because I get things all the time, people wanting to do stuff for me, but I usually politely say no, because I just, out of principle, I don't really work with anyone I don't know. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I've been screwed over a fair bit in the past, so I tend to be very cautious. Maybe too cautious, but I don't think you can ever be too careful. But yeah, that's definitely be on the lookout. But I would say if you're on teams, make sure you really clearly delegate who's doing what, because then you end up with something where it's like, oh, I thought this person was doing this. I thought this was his job, and it's just like a complete mess. So delegation and like really setting, okay, this is your responsibility and this is your responsibility. I think like if you have that out in a contract, that really helps make things less, even though it sounds complicated, it really helps make things less complicated, I think. Is this the first game I've worked on? No, it is not. I've worked on about 20 other games. Some of them are like, most of them are a lot smaller like than this one. They're all kind of small little games. But yeah, I've worked on a fair few. Most of them were solo projects. Some of them are student projects. Most of them have never been released, and they probably won't be. But I've got about maybe 6 or 7 of them are out, and it's a lot of them are like more collaborative things. You know, stuff where I've just done like the character art or the UI or something, or the music. So yeah, I've got a few titles out. If you check my itch page, you'll see the ones that I've done. I've got 2 sections. I've got the games that I've released, and it's an old student game, and then this one. Those are my 2 major ones. But then I've got like a whole playlist of games I've contributed to underneath on my itch page, and it's just I've usually worked with like, you know, other programmers and stuff. But yeah, this isn't my first game, but it's my first commercial game, I'd say. That's why I'm kind of still taking it very slow and carefully. Oh, hey, Vision Heavy. Thanks so much for the $10 donation. I really appreciate it. To Vision Heavy says, been watching your series since the first devlog in 2018. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Holy crap, has it really been since 2018? Wow. I've like lost track, to be honest. Wonder how long it'll go for. I'm actually going to be kind of sad. Like, if I finish this game, there's going to be like no more devlogs, and I'm going to be kind of sad. It's like, what am I going to do? So, I don't know what'll happen, but that's a problem for future Raymond. But yeah, I'm glad that people enjoy them. Hopefully we'll get another one out soon. I'm not quite sure how far I want to take this level, but my plan is, for the next few weeks, is I want to finish this by the end of this week and do a video. But usually I always plan to do videos Friday, but I end up spending the weekend doing them instead. And then, so maybe that might be out Saturday, Sunday or something. And then I want to release this and give people a chance to play it. And then I'm probably going to spend the next week after that just listening to what people say and tweaking things. And then I'll get into the modeling and the next stage and that sort of stuff. Can you do bug reels and weird videos? Maybe. That'll probably be for when the game's finished, because there's heaps of bugs in here right now. Hopefully there's a few less of them in the final game. There actually is a fun... I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know what it is. It's like a not intended feature, but it kind of technically works. I think I mentioned this on an older stream from like a few months ago. But if you guys wanna have some fun, there's a little... It's a glitchy sort of thing you can do. And this works in the current build, actually. This has actually been a feature since like 2019, like June 2019. It's been in here. But if you open the tilde key to get the console window, and you type in debug create player 1 space 1. If you type that in, it actually spawns another character in, and it's kind of like a makeshift split screen mode, and it sort of works, but not quite. So if you guys want to have some fun with that, I mean, that's like, you could probably get some cool glitches to happen with the two characters. But yeah, I think I might have mentioned this on stream. I kind of want to keep it secret because it's like a fun little bonus game mode. So if you have like a second controller, it'll work. I don't have a second controller here, unfortunately, but yeah, it's a fun little split screen mode that it works for the most part, but it's like a glitch sort of thing. So yeah, I thought I'd just mention that because I thought it was kind of amusing. When the game is finished, asks RZ Games 12, you ever thought about porting the game to consoles? I'd like to, but I haven't really done my research on it as much as I should. Like, I'm optimistic and I want to give it a shot. But I don't know, it'll really depend, because who knows, I might go, like, you know, I might end up homeless. Like, I don't know what'll happen. I might get hit by a train. I might have to, like, quit the project. I don't really know, but I think I want to make that decision once I've got this level sort of there and the game's kind of like, okay, this is what this is, sort of thing. I think that's when I'll make that decision, but it's on the table. It's like, I'm looking into it. All right, let me get this other. So I'm just making like this thing where you kind of climb up and scale this, but I feel like I should be doing something here. I like this. This is kind of cool. But I don't know how I got up here. Oh, I'm glitched. Sorry. I don't know if this is an intended mechanic either. I mean, I kind of just do it on autopilot where you can just zigzag up walls. I'm not sure if that's something I want to keep, but it's definitely, you can like basically traverse anything. So I'll see if I can get a way up here that isn't through that. I think that'd be I don't want to design my levels around it, but I might keep it in. I don't know. Especially with the air dash, it's a lot easier because you can just kind of, you know, you can kind of just do that and zigzag your way up. So yeah, you guys have probably been noticing that I'm doing that a lot. I like can't notice anymore. I've been doing it so much. How do I want to get people up here? Oh, I want there to be more than one way to traverse this, because that's like kind of my design philosophy with this. So there's always got to be a shortcut. So I'm trying to think about what a shortcut here could be. So maybe, I have an idea. I have an idea. Because that grind rail gives you a lot of air. So maybe if you maintain that air, we'll get you a little shortcut, a little bonus. Let's give that a try, shall we? Ooh. But I don't want it to be too easy, because that wouldn't be rewarding. Oh, yeah, that still glitches out from time to time. Damn it. All right, where can I spawn where this won't break? All right, let's try here. Okay, I can make that. Nice. So that'll be the pro gamer route. I guess that's what I'm gonna call it. There's gonna be the gamer routes and then the pro gamer routes. So I want to give that a try now. I've made it a bit shorter. Oh, you just make it. I'll bring it out. Yeah, I'll bring it out another meter. There we go. Will the zigzag be an upgraded skill? I think I've talked about upgrading skills before. I kind of want to avoid doing those. I feel like it kind of artificially sort of caps the difficulty or the skill, and I kind of not really enthusiastic about going down that road. I get because I know Star Wars Fallen Order did it, and I thought it was like cool. It felt like progression, but it kind of felt like artificial progression, where it's like, okay, the game wants me to do this now, and the developers want me to play it this way, and I kind of just want to give people all of the moves immediately and say, yeah, here you go, have fun, and see what people do. Because I think it would be kind of punishing, where it's like, you can, let's say a skilled player might be able to pull off that zigzag move really well, like maybe even better than I might be able to. But I think it'd be kind of a slap in the face if they had to progress through the game to a certain point to unlock it. So it's like your skill is being inhibited because the game arbitrarily says so. And I'm not sure if that's a really... I don't know if people will notice that, but I feel like someone will. And I don't think I want to do it that way. But who knows? Maybe it will happen, I'm not sure. Because I know it definitely... there are advantages. It pads out game time, that's an advantage, and that's definitely a problem I have, where the game's not very long. So maybe it might be something I do, but I want to try everything else first, and see if there's a better way. For how long will I be streaming? I think, how long have we been going so far? I don't know, I don't have my Twitch thing open. Oh, it's been about an hour, so I'm probably going to go for another hour. Usually it goes for about an hour, like 2 hours and a half or so. I used to try doing a shorter one, but like, yeah, I was getting said like, yeah, you can't really like show much in an hour, so I think 2 hours and a half is my usual. Besides the legs getting, I'm just reading a question from B Maddie. Besides the legs granting Gabby wall running capabilities, does she have anti-gravity skills? I'm not sure. Maybe she might. That might be a cool experiment. My mod Mufaya says you can give the progression feel with interactable environments and ropes. Yeah, I feel like that could be a bit like a better road, where it's like those environmental kind of, I don't want to say gimmicks, but it's like those environmental obstacles, where it's like it's more natural and organic, where it's like you give them a rope to swing on, and they learn to swing on it. It's not that you can't swing on... It's not that there are ropes in the levels and you just can't swing on them until you're level 10. But it's like... I don't know, maybe the game just won't introduce those till later. I feel like that might be more organic. So yeah, something like that is sort of like more what I would try out. Oh, HDR Wav, thanks so much for joining the stream. You have a good evening, okay? Just so, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to like play the game and also read the chat. So yeah, forgive me if I get distracted. Let's keep building this, because I remember making this route, and what was I gonna do? I think I wanted to turn this to like this way. And I know that there's like a platform here, and I don't know if I'll leave that in for now, but I want to make a route that goes this way too. Just because. And then, what I'll do as well, I'll chuck in something. Put in a wall. Because I'm going to guide the player's eye so that they don't run off this ledge here. I think we should put in a little something, because then you can also jump off and use it to run to this bit. I think that would be cool. So yeah, we'll get it up here. Yeah, so let's give that a go. Because I feel like you could just, I don't know if I should make that a little longer maybe. But like if you're going up here, you can wall run on there. And then if you're on the low route, oh, actually that's kind of, it makes me want to look this way. But I should be looking this way. So maybe they got some adjusting to do there, I think. Maybe, I don't know, let's try adding one here. Maybe that might work. Or not, I don't know. But I feel like I want to do something here, make like a cool little wall that's like, it's sort of just like a periphery kind of thing. Yeah, so I don't know. Something like that, so you can kind of ride on it a bit, and if you're like a pro gamer, you can just skip that whole platform. Yeah. So you start here, and then if you go the, I gotta think of better names. I don't know. If you go the noob route, I suppose, you end up here. And then I was thinking maybe adding like a rail that you slide up. I don't know, just as an idea. But then if you're a pro gamer, then you do this. So I'm gonna go back to this rail. So the pro gamers, they know what's good, and they see the opportunity and they go zoom, and then they jump up there, and then I gotta get a faster way to traverse this. But yeah, then they can. Actually, I have an idea. You know what I'll do? We'll put in some railings on this and that you can grind on. I think that'd be fun. So let me flexibles. Where are my rails? There we go. So we'll, yeah, sweet. So let's do something like this maybe. So we'll have it like turn, but I don't think I've got any turning rails in here yet. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that curves a bit too much, but we'll fix this up. You guys will see. So what I can do now, because this is gonna like try and curve itself, and I can just like scale this down and like change it. I don't know if a 90-degree turn actually works, so let's give that a go. I don't know if that's gonna break it, so let's try that. If I jump, oh, okay, what happens? Oh, okay, that works. Sweet. I feel like it's a little too high, so maybe I need to lower this platform a little bit. Yeah. And I'll make it a bit thinner so it looks a bit more like a rail. So we'll change the thickness to 0.25. Same with the width for all these points. And take 2. Let's give this a go. Oh, damn it. So we jump. And then, oh yes. Very nice. Yeah, I like that. I think we're keeping that in. Just reading some more chat questions here. How are the levels strung together? Back to back or connected to some playground? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Maddie Skies. I think what you're asking is whether like how the levels are structured, or is it going to be like you go through a menu or a hub or something? I'm not sure yet. I've only made like, at the moment I just have a menu to navigate them because, you know, this is still pre-alpha. But I've had a lot of different opinions on this. I've had some people wanting a hub world, and then some people wanting a menu because it's quicker. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure yet. I don't know, but it's that's probably a problem for future Raymond to worry about. But yeah, so it's just a menu at the moment, and you just gotta like play through them. And I was just picturing like you sort of unlock them, like after you complete a level, you unlock the next one, sort of thing. But we'll see what happens. But I'm definitely not going to do like a Mirror's Edge Catalyst open world thing, because that's just, I'm one person. I can't make an entire city. Like hell, if you know, it's really difficult doing that. So I don't want to like crunch myself too much. I want to stay within my limits. I'm just curious about this. Like, I think this top route is good, but the bottom route kind of sucks. I gotta do something about that. I'll tell you what, well, I don't know, put in some crates or something that you can climb and jump on. And what I'm picturing with these, I don't think I've mentioned this yet. I've mentioned bits and pieces, but so when I put in areas like this, because everyone's been asking if I'm going to put a ledge grab or a clamber mechanic, and I have that planned. I haven't developed it yet because it's going to take some time, but I'm putting these areas in anticipation for that mechanic, and I know that the mechanic's not in, but after I build the map, I want to go back and change things and add those new mechanics to the map, just so that so it's like a placeholder clamber thing, because I have this wall jump that kind of boosts you upwards like that. When you're normal, it'll air boost you, but if you're in front of a wall, you kind of sort of grab up it, kind of. It's very coarse, but it kind of does the job for now. So it's like a prototype ledge grab in a way, and that's sort of like, I'm pretending that that's what that's going to be later, but because it's going to take like weeks, maybe months to do a good ledge grab, I'm just sort of leaving it at that for the moment, just to pretend. So yeah, if it's fun even in the pretend, then hopefully it's even better when I actually make the mechanic. So I think this one, I don't know, I think I should make that a bit smaller, and then put this one here maybe. So I don't know. Let's try it. I don't know. I don't know about this. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I can do one of those things where it's like you kind of scramble up the wall and then turn around and jump. That might be a fun thing I could put in here later. So I don't know. For the moment, I need something temporary. I don't know if this is good enough. This bit. I feel like it's too hard. It feels bad. Yeah, it's too tall. So I don't know. It's a tricky thing here. I'm trying to design for mechanics I haven't made yet, so it's very challenging. Is it a good idea? Probably not, but you know, you gotta allocate the resources in some way. What about vertically wall jumping between two parallel walls? Says so whatnot. Yeah, I'm thinking about trying to do. I think that might be like not too hard to do. Mostly because I already have, like, the wall ride logic is already there. I just need to have it go upwards instead. And I believe I actually did have a climb mechanic once in an earlier build, but it was kind of like Genji's wall climb, and it was like good, but it made everything too easy. But if I had one that was on a limit that you could only climb for like a few seconds, and then maybe, you know, it had more momentum to it, because that's another problem I've been having a lot with this wall ride, is that it goes at a set speed. So I want to completely redo that later, but that's a future Raymond problem. But yeah, like some kind of clamber or scramble up the wall, and then like maybe being able to jump off it and then hit another wall and jump off it if you go at it head on. But then if you go at it from the side, you can like do the wall ride or something. So anyway. Still, yeah, that would be cool to have here, but I don't have it developed yet, so it's kind of, I have to put in something here to fill that gap in, and I'm not sure. I don't know about that. This area, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I make this shorter. I don't know. I don't really want to, but if it is hard. Because I was going to put in a rail that just goes straight up, but I think that would be kind of too easy. I want something that kind of slows you down, because I don't really like using that word, but I think it is important to pace the level so it's not always fast. It's because if you go fast all the time, it gets really boring. So I want to like have these slow and fast bits, and I think this top route here is still quite fast, but I want to slow it down a bit in this area. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Maybe maybe I'll shorten this a little and make another thing that's like a bit higher. Maybe that's better. I think I think that'll do for the moment. Doesn't have to be doesn't have to be perfect yet. Just playable. And that's still a bit too high. Okay, I mean, yeah, I shouldn't focus too much on it. I think maybe I'll get another idea later. So let's proceed. Now this next bit, I'm not, because there's a wall here, and then I guess you. Okay, I guess we don't have to put something there. That works. I feel like this might be like the thing where I put the goal on or something. Like you can go up and then that's like the end. That's sort of what I'm picturing, but we'll see. So what to do? Maybe I'll bring this out. Oh wait, I didn't mean to. I don't want to scale it up, just across. If I have bits going up, are there any bits that force going down? There are a few in this level, but it's kind of harder to design going down because you just fall. Like all I have to do to go down is just this, and then I just go down. So it doesn't really take much effort. But there is a bit down way over here. I'll see if I can get to it so that you guys can see. So I have this bit at the very beginning of the level where you have to slide under this area and then jump down this vent, and it kind of goes down like that. And yeah, that's probably one of the only examples of that, I guess. So I don't know, maybe adding more down would be cool, because that in there you have to slide, but I mean gravity sort of does the rest. So yeah, it's kind of hard. It's difficult, but I'll see what I can do as we continue developing. I was gonna put in some more stuff here, but I don't think that's a priority at the moment. I was gonna add in cranes to hold these up, but I mean it works for now. We'll leave that alone. I should really finish this. So I'll scale this higher, and then so I wanna like play. Whoop, I don't want to go. Okay, fine. We'll go this way. Okay, so you can make it here, and then there's this. Okay, so I've completely blocked this off now. I gotta fix this. I feel like taking it wider. Yeah, like taking it out this way, and then maybe scaling it down a little bit, not too much. And it's because yeah, it's kind of hard because the pivot point's all the way down there. So let me get that. Oh, it's hard. It's so hard for me to see. Okay. If I spawn here, can I make the jump? Oh, almost. Alright, this one's a bit. I need to move it. It's a little out of scale. But let's go to the bottom route and play through it. See how this feels. So if I... Okay. Oh, hey, I got something I can put in. Let's get my meshes. Let's add some more geometry. Yeah, we'll add in a few of these babies. And we'll give you some... I guess this sort of goes with that downwards direction. This is something I can kind of do. It's not quite what I had in mind, but this might be fun. Oh, I don't want to make it. I don't want to do that. So you have to slide under this, except I've made this too short. So something like that where you go shoom and slide under, but I've got to change my snapping. It's kind of difficult because Gabrielle is actually quite short. Like she's probably like up to here on me, and I'm like 5'7". So I don't know. She's like 5'1", I think. So if I put like the UE mannequin here, he would look like a massive unit. Actually, I'll do that. I'll give you guys a sense of scale. This is gonna be funny. So if I change her mesh to this one and give her the I think it's this. Yeah, so this is how tall, like, I think this guy's 6 foot tall, this dude. So he's actually, the UE mannequin's actually really tall. He's like those two boxes. Oh, what did I just turn on? Like 2 of these are 2 meters, so he's like almost 2 meters big. And that's like, yeah, for a normal sized human, like that's pretty short and you can slide under it. You could also jump over it very easy. But yeah. I still have all my moves. I can still wall ride. This looks so strange as this dude. The UE4 mannequin. I guess now my environment finally matches my character now. So there we go. Anyway, let's switch her back. I can't play as this. There we go. That's much better. So, okay, I think that is like a good height. It's weird because she can, in her idle, basically just crouch under it, but because of the collision, you gotta slide. So I don't know, maybe I can make that just a little smaller. That's just so that it looks like, because it looks a bit too, it looks like you don't have to do it, right? See, that's a bit better. It looks like you actually have to duck down. There we go. A grind rail to the goal would be a cool way of ending it. Yeah, that might be cool. We'll see what we do. I think I want to do stuff like I have a few of these bits, but these sort of areas where you kind of go in between these blocks, like number 6 here, where there's like a rail going between 2 segments. I have a few of that in the level, but I haven't used it all that much. So maybe that could be a good finishing point. I don't know, I'm just putting more of these here. I don't know how many of these I want to put in. I don't know if that's too many. I think, yeah, 2, that's no real point having 2 there. Maybe one that you jump over. I don't know, maybe I move one lower. So you kind of have to jump over it, except you kind of can just... Okay, so this is weird. You can't walk over it, but you can slide over it. I've never seen that before, but that's interesting. I didn't know you could do that. This just looks so silly. You can't walk, but you can just slide over this bump like it's nothing. Yeah, okay, maybe I move that up a bit. Yeah, I don't know, that's a bit too punishing. I should move that away. I don't know, I'm just having some ideas. I feel like 2 would be nice of these, but yeah, maybe this one still needs to be spread out a little bit. This way. And then I might just delete that one and just move this. Can I make it in? Oh, nice. There we go. That feels nice. B Maddie says, can I try making a Gabby model? I mean, yeah, sure. Like, if you want to make fan art, that's definitely something I encourage. Before you do though, not to like be a don't want to sound like corporate or anything, but I do have like on my website I have a policy for fan content, because as you guys who follow the channel probably know, and those in my Discord, I get a lot of copyright problems because a lot of people try stealing things from me, and it's really not great. But fan artwork is a completely, like, I treat that like I'm more than fine with fan artwork. Don't get me wrong. It's just people that like will rip my videos and pirate them and stuff like that. So if you want to make your own model, people have done that before. That's totally more than fine. Just make sure that it's like I have a policy that I've written up specifically for that sort of stuff. It's called the fan content policy. So if you go on my website, you'll find it, and just make sure you give that a read, just to make sure that like I don't know, it's very specific. So I would say make sure that there's nothing you plan on doing that would violate that. Yeah, not that I want to impose that or anything, it's just, it's a necessity when you're doing stuff on the internet. But yeah, dude, I'd appreciate that a lot, like that'd be awesome. Be sure to share it in the fan art on my Discord. There's like a fan art channel. I'm pretty sure you're in there. I recognize B Maddie's name, so yeah, that definitely would be more than fine. But yeah, because basically fan content's a weird it's a weird territory, because people aren't really sure whether it's legal or it's a copyright infringement. And the sad thing is that technically it's a copyright infringement, and but people still allow it, and that kind of makes it weird, because people do it all the time, but it's technically an infringement. So usually there's like a thing called implied consent, which is where if they don't do anything about it, or if they endorse it, then it's implied that it's okay and they're giving you permission. And yeah, I think that's what it's called. I haven't looked at. I had to look it up months ago, so my memory might be a bit fuzzy. But stuff like I think it was on DeviantArt, because that sort of thing happens there a lot, with like Marvel fan art and that sort of thing. And it's like, yeah, those sorts of things are usually like, it's technically an infringement, but usually companies will broadly say, yeah, people are more than fine to do that. But they do also have the right to revoke that permission at any time and for any reason. So yeah, that's why, like, you know, if you draw something that like defames Marvel, for example, I imagine if they are really bothered by it, they can like send you a cease and desist or whatever. But usually, like, that's sort of what my policy is written about. It's like, if it's in character for the brand and whatever, it's like, it's fine. And usually people are very nice and they just want to show their support for the game, and that's something I really, really, really love. It's like amazing. But of course there's people out there that like aren't as genuine with their intent, and they kind of just want to, I don't know, they want to cause trouble. So that's why I've had to write that policy. So I don't want that to be discouraging. It's just like, it's just business sort of thing. I have to do it. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know what's this gonna be. I've been saying that for the past like hour. I never know what it's gonna be, but it's finding out's the fun part. But I feel like this top area might be, like, going at it like this way might be cool, and there's like a few things that you have to like dodge and avoid and whatnot, and then maybe you take a rail off to like another bit, and then it's like all cool and stuff. Oh wait, I gotta jump over that one. Maybe I'm just thinking about something I could put in here. Can you try doing a large jump from a crane like Mirror's Edge? Well, perhaps. I mean, I kind of do have that going on with that other crane back here, where you like launch off it. I'm assuming you mean like landing on a crane? Because I think Mirror's Edge, you land on one, I think. Or you land on something that's suspended in the air. But in this one, you... the grind rail is always glitching out. It always teleports me. But, yeah, you do like a massive jump. But, yeah. Oh, hey, that's cool. I just realized, if you're a pro gamer like me, you could actually like skip that whole bit by like using the wall. So I think that might be cool. So yeah, if you're a pleb, you get stuck with this stuff, but if you're a pro, you'd go here. So that might be that's a nice little thing I didn't notice before. I'm kind of running out of ideas. Let me look at my references. Can I get any ideas from these to like resolve this section? Because it needs to come to a resolution. And I'm just looking at some pictures. I don't know what to do. These aren't very specific. They're kind of vague, so I don't know if I'm going to get much ideas from this. You know what? I need, because I can't come up with anything. I'm gonna play through the level and just see if there's anything that like comes to mind. And for those who haven't seen it yet, because I don't know, I know that I recognize some of you guys from the other streams, but I'm not sure if everyone's seen the full level yet. So to give you an idea of what it feels like to play through, let's like play through it and just see what ideas we might come up with. So you start off, and I like, you can sort of see the scenery in the distance, and that was something I deliberately tried doing. So hopefully it gives you that sense of otherworldliness or whatever. I think that'd be cool. So you start off, you go down, you can wall ride, and I'll take the long way, just so that you guys can really, you know, take it all in. Now there's an enemy here, but the nav mesh broke, so he's not going to chase me. But yeah. Oh wait, I got a notification. Thanks, NecroDex1 for following. I really appreciate it. Oh damn it! You probably just would have seen I just killed myself there from that enemy, because they still do damage, just as they don't chase me. So let me restart that, because I wanna like have the stopwatch be accurate, so you can kind of see how long it will take roughly to finish it. Anyway, so let's play through it. So slide under here, and then I'm gonna jump over this guy because I don't want to die. And then we got Bunnings Warehouse up here. Can go through here. Go up through here. Go up through here. Go up through there. And then we got the Tilted Towers, as I like to call them. And I'll take the long way, so you guys can like sort of see. And then we've got another little construction zone. I don't know if there's like there's another level that has a construction zone in it. That I can use like as a code name for this area. Fortnite doesn't have a construction zone, I don't think. So anyway, so yeah, then I've got these little crane bits. I want to have these suspended by cranes like that over there. And then there's this bit where you have to use the air dash to like kind of get that air time. And I like that bit. And air dash again. And again, and then you make a turn, and you end up here, grind over, and I want to put some enemies here, and then you have to like get up to here, and then you also have to like, this is like more construction work going on, and then you grind up the crane, and this is what we started doing today. And then you grind up on these, and I'm gonna take this route, and you see I can use that air dash to get a nice turn there. So let's climb up here, and then slide, and then jump, and then we make it to whatever this is, and that's almost 2 minutes. Wow, that's a lot longer than it took me the last time. So I'll play through it one more time, but I'll take all the shortcuts so you guys can, just to get an idea of how quick this level is, if you like speed run it. So you guys can probably do this better than me, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So there's this huge shortcut here you can take, and then there's this huge shortcut here. So if you don't want to know the shortcuts, cover your eyes. I'm gonna spoil them all. So see how quick I can do this now that I am like rushing through it. Oh damn it, I messed it up. Come on, I can get back on track. Yeah, this one I should probably work on. This one's a bit hard. Okay. Oh no! Oh, okay, that was close. Okay. I almost fell off. Alright. More shortcuts. Coming up. So I can take this top route up here. And this rail I really like. Watch this. Whee! And then, oh, can I make it? Oh, yes. And then, oh, yeah. Look at that pace. Okay, this rail, I gotta speed that up. It's really slow. Alright, well, even with those shortcuts, it's still over a minute and almost a minute and a half. And it might not be long, but it's, considering that my other level you could complete in 10 seconds, I'd say this is good progress. So there we go. I still don't have any ideas on what to put in here next. Damn it. No inspiration, but at least I know how long it takes. At least I know that it takes roughly like minute and a half to 2 minutes. Thanks. Glad you liked the run. I'm just reading some suggestions that you guys might have. Imagine the engine crashes. I think I did save. I'll save one more time just to be double, triple sure. I'll just make sure I've got everything selected. Sweet. Saved. Yeah, I gotta submit this run to the speedrun forums, and no one can beat me because no one has this level. Oh, wait, what have I done? What is... Oh, this is the skybox, my bad. Let me reload the map. I've like zoomed out way too far. There we go. So yeah, this is like... To give you guys some context, I'll play through the quickest level there is to show you how accomplished I feel, because level design's hard. So the very first one I did, you can, if I speed run this, I could do this in like under 10 seconds, I think, or something. Damn it, I stacked it. Let me try it again. This will just be a speed running stream now. Alright, so if I... Oh yeah, there we go. So 6 seconds. So you can probably see that I'm getting kind of happy with this level, because it actually takes you more than 6 seconds to do. So yeah, for those that are stressing out, yes, I have saved. This is saved. I've saved everything. It is all fine. No cause for alarm. What time is it? I think we might go for not that much longer. I'm trying to... Every time I say that, we always end up going for another hour. But I'm starting to get kind of hungry. So, I don't know. Maybe another half hour or something. It's not going to be a full 2 hours and a half. Maybe just 2 hours this time. Or 2 hours and a little bit. Doesn't the option in the top left corner like save all, save everything? I think it does, but I just click save usually, because I usually don't save anything else. But what's the shortcut for that actually? Is there a save all? Control Shift S. Okay, so you can just press, for those that don't like going into menus, if you press Control Shift S, it'll save all. Shortcuts are actually really handy. I usually forget about them, but I used to know a friend who was like mad with his keyboard shortcuts, and he like, I don't know how many years he spent training for his shortcuts, but you get them open in like Google Sheets or like Word or like Unity or something, and he just like knows all the shortcuts and he can work so fast. So I was always kind of jealous of that, but I've like I haven't trained, I don't have that years of academy training with shortcuts. So, but when you get good at them, I've seen you can get so powerful, it's insane. Makes me very jealous. So anyway, maybe someday I can do streams where I'm like, I just know all the keyboard shortcuts, and it's just, I just press like a button and then an entire level appears, and everyone's like, whoa, how did you do that? And I'll be like, keyboard shortcuts or something. But someday. For now, I'm still a Padawan learner. Like the shortcuts in my levels. Oh, good one. Yeah. There are people, though, that do, like, insane speedruns of this. Like, not this level, this particular, because I haven't released it, but my other levels. There's this guy. He goes by a few different names. I think on Discord, he goes by Lewin or something. Let me get him open on my Discord here. Oh, damn it. He does some insane runs, and I just gotta give him credit. I want to shout him out, because he's, like, insanely good at this. But in my Discord server... Oh, that's not the right one. Yeah, this dude, freaking Lewin or whatever. He does some insane ones. Like, he's got the world record for like every map so far. So I'm very nervous about giving this map to him, understandably, because he's probably gonna find a way to finish it in like 5 seconds and put all this months of work to shame. So, so I'm a bit nervous, but I'm gonna be blown away regardless. I think. I'm gonna switch my tunes one more time before I finish, because I've been listening to the same stuff for like the past hour. I have the Star Trek Enterprise noise, but I think that's gonna put me to sleep. So I need something like high catchy and high energy. I don't know what to pick. I'm actually like decision fatigue. Oh no, what am I gonna pick? I feel like something I don't know what I feel like now, to be honest. I'm just gonna pick an album cover that I think looks interesting, that I know isn't gonna be repetitive, something that's got a lot of songs in it. Come on, Ray, give me 5 seconds. I gotta pick something. Screw it. I'm picking this. Some Taiko. Okay. So let me just move that window. Yeah, it feels pretty good pressing Control S instead of the save icon. You do feel like a hacker man. How do you get access to other channels like fan art and leaderboards? Ah, good question. I'm assuming that you have like, for this person, just to answer your question, I'm assuming it's only got like 3 channels here or something. So to get access to all of these, you just have to like read the rules and read them all and then press yes, I accept the terms, and then you'll get access to them all. And I have to do that because people come in here and do all sorts of shenanigans. I want to keep it all PG, and I want to keep it good. So I've got a bunch of conditions here. There's like a full page, like this is a basic summary, because I know people don't want to read like a whole spiel. But I do have like a full version of guidelines, because again, I don't like writing this stuff, but I have to, because there's like 2,000 people in there, and you know, you can only put so much trust in the general public. So yeah, so if you just read them and tick the box, then you'll get access to them. And if you haven't joined the server yet, what are you doing? It's stupid, you gotta join the server. So scroll down and look at my cards, and there's a Discord card. It'll take you straight there. Discord's so if you want to chat with me there when I'm not on stream, I try to be active as much as I can. So yeah, make sure to join it. Yeah, see, my boys up on the chat, they're endorsing the server for me, so it's good stuff. It's not just me saying it. But yeah, like I will acknowledge though, because I know like some people get upset with the rules and stuff, because like I enforce them pretty strictly, but I do that for a good reason. It's nothing personal. Like when I ban someone, it's not because I hate you or anything. It's because like I have a set of guidelines that I need to adhere to, and if something violates it, then we have to do something about it. So, and that's just because I want to keep it like, you know, sanitized, because you know there's like kids in that server. I'm pretty sure there's got to be like some young kids in there that have stumbled across this project. And it's not that I want to be like a YouTube Kids Jake Paul creator or anything, but I do want my content to be accessible, because I think that I really love to see like younger people get into game development. Like I was maybe 11 when I started, and I don't want my projects or my content being blocked off to that demographic just because I use bad language or something. So I try to keep things very tame, for that reason, just because I don't know, that's just sort of my style. I love to have like all sorts of people watch my stuff. And considering the comments that I get, you know, a lot of people say that like they've really enjoyed my series, and I wouldn't want to block that off to the younger demographic, even if they are, you know, the bunch of Fortnite kids or whatever. You know, even if that's the case, I like the cons. I don't want to like. I would hate to be the guy where it's like their parents go, "Oh yeah, don't watch this guy," sort of thing. So that's why I have a very strict set of guidelines and rules on the server, because it's just for those principles mainly. But I mean, apart from that, like, it's, you know, usually it's pretty casual. Everyone there's really chill, like from what I've seen. I don't really chat there much with the community bit, because everyone's sharing all their work and I just do it on stream, but and in my devlogs and stuff. But they have some really cool stuff that they share, and makes me a little jealous sometimes. Like there's some really talented artists in there and stuff, and I'm like, oh damn it, I wish I could do that. So yeah, it's really cool. That's sort of what the kind of place I want it to be, where it's just this chill, like friendly place, where it's not like it's not like, you know, it's like a nice like little environment for people to share stuff and talk about what they're passionate about. Because yeah, trust me, communities. I've seen some weird communities out there, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to get into that. It's like I just want to be a normal community. If that's cool. I'm just constructing this little. I don't know what this is yet. I'm just like having some ideas. Oh, there's a moth or something, or a fly. That's new. I haven't seen any of those on stream yet. I have all my windows closed. I don't know how they got in. End of the level is a long wall run. Yeah. Well, at the moment, I don't know. I feel like this might be the end, but I don't know if I should push it even more and make it longer. But what day is it? Like, for me, it's Thursday, and usually Thursdays is when I start like doing the videos. So I think maybe this should be the end, and I should just put it out and just see what people think. I was initially planning it for it to be like a 5-minute level, but it's it's kind of hard. Like maybe in the future I do another one, but I think this might be I don't know. I don't know really. That's why I want to just get it out and see. If everyone says it's too short, then I know that there's a problem. But if people don't say anything and it's like, oh yeah, I like this, and they're talking about other stuff, then it's probably not that big of a problem. Because the only reason I've really put a priority on this is because I know a lot of people were saying, oh, you know, it'd be great to have longer levels and that sort of thing. And I was getting that so often that it was like, yeah, okay, that's definitely a valid critique. But oh, I feel like I'm about to sneeze or burp or something. But it's like, okay, it's gone now. That's frustrating, that. But yeah, what was I saying? I can't remember now. Actually, yeah, I don't know what I don't know why. I just thought I'd make this huge corridor, but I have no idea what to fill this with. So, the fly might be stream sniping. That'd be funny. I pull up like the report, stream sniping. What an idiot. Gotta wait for the fly to do the emote. Wait for the emote. There it is. I don't know what. I have no idea what to do. I don't know if I want to have like an open bit at the top so you can kind of see the entire level and you feel like, yeah, I went through that. I'm a king. This is Simba and his kingdom. The king is back. I don't know. That's sort of the feeling I want to have at the end. But I don't know. Like if you like up on here, right? If I can just get on this wall without falling off, yeah. So you like look down and it's like, yeah, I did that. So I don't know. I don't know how to finish it exactly. You know what would be cool? Yeah, because I'm trying to think of that, because everyone kept saying it'd be cool to have like a really fast bit at the end. So I'm trying to think about how this might lead into a fast bit, and I'm wondering if having something like over this area where there's like these two platforms that, and I'm picturing that being held up by a crane. So it's like these. Oh, sorry, I just hit my mic. So you have like these platforms being held up, and you kind of just wall run across them, and it's like super fast. And then maybe you land on a rail and then get to the end. So that is gonna. I'm gonna try build that like really quick, but I don't know where to put it. That's the thing, is that that's a cool scenario, but I don't know how to. Where should this go? I don't know. Maybe. Hold on, give me a sec to think. Okay, so it's not going to be over here because there's already things here. It could go this way, or it could go this way, or it could go this way, but it can't. Okay, so we're going to cross that one out. Can't go here, but it could go this way, and I don't know which way it should go. Actually, yeah, because then that might be good. So we can like go up here and then go straight ahead, and then you jump off here and then get to that bit or something. So that might be let me put in some stuff I think that should go here, and this is probably going to be like I want this is what I want to finish it on. So I'm going to try and do this really quick, and every time I say that it takes forever. So I'm actually going to try and see what happens. See how we do, because I'm also getting very hungry and I should eat. If you guys want to help me afford lunch, I can leave a donation. No, it's completely optional. I'm not going to force you to donate or anything, but donations really mean a lot to me. They really appreciate that people support the content. Because yeah, I honestly never imagined ever getting paid for this sort of stuff, and I don't normally because I don't have a job. But I mean, I guess this is kind of my job, I suppose. I'd like for this to be my job. So if you want to help that dream come true, appreciate any support. But also, yeah, just following the channel, that's also amazing. And playing the game. That's probably what I'm going to need the most, actually. I'm going to need people to playtest this when I release it. So be on the lookout for the devlog, because I'm going to have the build out when that comes out. And you're going to have access to this. And you're going to be able to break as much of it as you want. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I'm making a little platform so that you you jump from this, and that way you don't intersect with the rest of this level bit here. Except that might be a problem. I might have to put another wall here. I remember seeing a question. I don't think it was on stream. I could just be remembering this from somewhere else. But yeah, something I'll quickly say, because I'm just looking at like the chat, and someone said something about, oh yeah, I'll see if my computer can run the game. But it reminds me of a question I got like yesterday about my own specs. I think they were asking what my specs were, and I don't know if you guys see this. With like, I don't know how many of you guys are developers or not, but I get a lot of comments of people saying, "Oh, if only I had a good computer, then I could make games." And I don't know if anyone's asked me that on stream today, but I saw it in my comments, and I don't know. It's a funny question, or it's a funny excuse, because I don't really think you need a good computer to make games, and I just want to put that out there, because I don't know if any of you guys secretly have that excuse in your head, or like saying, oh damn it, my computer's a potato, I can't possibly be a game developer. And I'm gonna call bullshit on that right now, because you know, people used to make games on MS-DOS and Windows 3.0 and stuff, and it's like, if they could do it, then you can do it, even with your potato. You know, Mario wasn't made with a GTX 1080. I don't even have a GTX 1080. I mean, I've got a decent rig, but it's not the best. It's pretty old. You know, my graphics card's like secondhand. It used to belong to my brother's, and he like gave it to me when he didn't want it anymore. It's a GTX 980, but it's like, you know, it used to be, I don't know, there's probably something way better out there now. But my first computer, it was the family computer, and it was like a tiny little unit, and it had Windows Vista on it, and that's when I first downloaded Unity. And it was to the point where when I had Unity open, I had to turn off the transparency on Windows Vista, and it ran so bad. It was like 30 frames, not even 30, it was like 15 frames a second. But I still managed to code stuff on it, and it ran like badly, but it was still running. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to put that out there while it was still on my mind, because I really get upset when people say like, oh, I can't make games because my computer's bad. It's like, no, you can. You can like open up freaking Game Maker Studio or Scratch or anything, and just like, yeah, it'll run bad, but you can still make it. So yeah, it just kind of breaks my heart a bit when I see that, because I think it's a lot of potential, even if you have a bad computer. But yeah, like, even like, okay, I had a MacBook, and that was my second computer. We had the family computer, and then when I was in high school, I was one of those kids that had the MacBook. I know, haha. I was like one of those hipster kids. But that's what I would use Unity on that as well, and that would run really horribly. It would 15 frames a second, horrible performance. But I still used it. I didn't really know any better, but it worked. It did the job. So I mean, I don't really. Yeah, again, it just really breaks my heart when I see that, and everyone's like, oh. You know Macintosh, not to shit on Mac, but you know, everyone kind of knows the reputation where it's like no one really uses Mac for gaming, even though a lot of people do, but I mean, that's just sort of the general thing. So I'll say that, hey, you know, even I had a Mac and I still made games, so like, surely your computer can't be that bad. And this was like an old, like, not one of those new Macintosh, it was like one of the old ones. So yeah, I don't know, little tangent there, but it's just, I just remember seeing that and I was like, oh, that's a shame. But yeah. But which MacBook? Great question. I think it was like a late 2012 model. Yeah, I still have it actually, but it's like dying. It's on life support right now. It was like a late 2012 MacBook Pro, I think. And my friend had an iMac Air or something, MacBook Air, I think. And it ran kind of the same. Like I had him test a lot of my games out in high school, and it kind of ran like 15 frames a second, usual sort of thing. And then like, funny enough, because we had school issued laptops, and those were actually not bad. Like I didn't get one, but a lot of my friends did, and they were like these crappy like Windows 7 laptops that had like no specs on it, and they had a bunch of admin restrictions, so you couldn't install Steam or anything. But a lot of people played like games on those like all the time. Like everyone was playing Assassin's Creed 3. What else? Like those I don't know. There's like a racing game that they'd all play, Skyrim, that sort of thing. And like we had Halo. We had the Halo multiplayer going. That was really fun. But I mean, Halo can run on anything, so it's not a fair comparison. But yeah, if you guys had Halo in your high school, Halo multiplayer servers, leave a hell yeah in the chat, because those were the best. I know I wasn't the only school to have it, but it was so good. Okay, so these walls, this is gonna be like the finale, but I want to stretch these out a bit. By how much, I don't know. So yeah, I'll put one out there and then one out here. And I'm not sure if I should leave this open or put a roof on it. I don't know. But can I actually make... Oh, I could just make that. So I might move that just a little closer. Hell yeah, boy. Hell yeah. Those are the best. I'm really glad that... because it's on Steam now, Halo multiplayer. And it's sort of... It's taken me back to that time. It's really magic. I've been playing a bit of... Halo multiplayer, like with, and I'm just doing the playlist with all of them in it. So it's got the Halo Reach and the Halo CE and Halo 2. Those are all really fun. I haven't actually played the Halo 2 campaign in my life. I've only played like the Halo Reach campaign and the Halo 4 campaign and the Halo, almost all of the Halo 1 campaign. I think I was up to the last mission. But yeah, good stuff. I feel like these should be taller. Yeah, I feel like this needs to... I should have a roof on this, but... well, what was I going to say? I can't remember. I should have a roof on this. That's what I was saying. Oh god, I think my stomach's starting to like... it's starting to take over my brain now. It just thinks about food instead of level design, so that's not very good. So I should probably start finishing. What are my thoughts on Halo Infinite? I don't know, to be honest. Like, I've watched the trailer, but I don't think there's enough there to really have an opinion about. Like, it's a cinematic trailer, so it's like, okay, cinematic's cool, but it doesn't really tell me much about the game. I mean, I don't know if they've released more information since then, but I've only seen the trailer or the teaser for it. But I don't know. I kind of stopped caring about Halo after Halo 4, and that's because I think all my friends were into Halo 4 in high school, because I was in high school when that came out. And I wasn't really that into it at first, but we'd all go over to my friend's house and play it, and they'd all snipe me, and I'd be like the worst at it. They'd all pick on me because I had bad skills, and I only played Lego Star Wars. So so then after they introduced me to it, I tried getting into it more, and then I kind of got into it again last year. Because of like the nostalgia, but then none of them play it anymore. So it's like that sad meme where it's like last online 5 years ago, and I just see them all there. But yeah. So I think I have Halo 5, but I haven't really played it. But the first campaign I finished was Halo 4, so I didn't really mind the story. I thought it was okay. I kind of liked the more personal thing to it because that was the first thing I experienced. But I can definitely see the appeal with the older games. They definitely feel different, and I think they're more classic sort of. Sorry, I just spit on my keyboard. They have that more classic feel. Damn it! I really gotta eat. My saliva's getting out of control. As I was saying, yeah, they have more of that classic feel to them, so I can see why they're more remembered. So yeah, let me. I just gotta finish this last section. I want to put something in here, and then maybe we'll call it a night, or call it a day, or whatever. I don't know. Wherever you are in the world. I don't know. Any suggestions? What should I put in this little gap? I have a few ideas of maybe like a box to like block your path or something. Oh, take down board. Thanks for joining us. I'm sorry that yeah, my stream schedule's kind of weird. I just stream whenever I can. Yeah, I'm just seeing if you guys have any suggestions. I'm out of ideas for this. Circle objects with a hole in the center. I don't know what those are. Like donut shaped sort of things. I kind of want to keep things square shaped for this level because it's sort of going off this shipping container concept. So I want to keep things pretty square. But hold on, let's give me an idea. I had a I had like I haven't really used any shipping crate boxes in this. I had like placeholder ones, and I kind of just forgot about them. So maybe, okay, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna make this lower and put some crates in here, and we'll give that a try. And then if you guys have any other ideas, we'll chuck those in. I don't know how big this should be. We'll bring it down here. Schwabs. That's a cool name. Thanks for following. Alright. Now, bear with me. This is going to look kind of strange. But here's what my imagination is telling me. It's telling me to do this. And this sort of goes with that other comment I got. Someone said you should make it go down, so we're going to do that. So you kind of, yeah, like a pit. And then maybe I put some crates in there, and that might be cool. And I had a hollow crate, so sort of go off that idea with the donut. I had a crate that was hollow that you could go into, and I haven't used that. I only used that once in the level, so I want to use it again here because I think that'd be cool. So yeah, thanks for that suggestion. That's really awesome. I've just moved. I gotta get rid of that gap that I put there. There we go. Now I gotta block off this. Oh, we got some Z fighting going on. Oh, there we go. Almost did a 360 no scope there. And this should come lower. Oh, it's a bit buggy. Maybe I just move that up. Yeah. All right. It's probably like I'm my estimate here, because what is it? 2 o'clock. So it's 2 o'clock for me. It's probably 9 if you're in Los Angeles, because I sync up all my times to Los Angeles, because according to my YouTube analytics, everyone lives in the entire world is just Los Angeles apparently. So I'll probably go for another like 15 minutes, I think, and then we'll see where this goes. I'll see what I can do in 15 minutes. Can I finish this? I don't know. We'll see. So I've got those walls. It's a good start. I just need to fill it with stuff. I don't know. Should I cap the roof? Yeah, screw it. I'll make a roof. There we go. And I'll go all the way back over here, and we'll get that crate, because these are the right size. So yeah, something like this. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to move this, because I want to duplicate it and copy the exact proportions and just like put it way over there. So hold on, let me zoom out. Let me get a nice view. And Let's drag this boy across. Oh, that's a bit too far. Alright, we're getting close. Almost there. There we go. Oh, almost, yeah. So, maybe something like this. Except it's kind of out of proportion slightly. Oh man, my hand is actually kind of going numb. I'm feeling a tingling in my hands. I don't think that's good. So, shit. Why is that that's never happened before. I don't know why it's happening. It can't be because I'm hungry. Because I'm not that. I'm hungry, but I'm not that hungry. I'm not like starving. So I don't know. That's really strange. I've never had that happen. Oh wow, yeah, it's like super. Where are you guys from? I have no idea. Like, again, I sync it up with Los Angeles because that's just like what my YouTube analytics say. But I know some of you are in Europe. Some of you there's no doubt someone here from Germany. I'm pretty sure there is. Someone from the UK is probably in, but I don't know what the rest is. Oh, we've got an Aussie lad here. Hell yeah. Australia. France. Oh, cool. Oregon gang. Oregon's in America, I think. Gosh, I sound so dumb. Yeah, so, it's a weird thing where it's like I don't know what I know it's the United States of America, and I'm actually half American, and I have an American citizenship, but I actually have no idea where all the states of America are. All I know is like Washington D.C. That's not a state. That's a city. Washington State is on the other side, and then there's like Texas and Florida, and Seattle. That's not a state. That's in Washington. Yeah, I'm really. I have no idea. Alaska. Yeah, I've heard of Alaska. Philippines. Ooh, very cool. New Zealand. Hey. Missouri. I think that's in America. I'm guessing. I don't know if it is. I think that's an American state. Maybe I should just do a stream where I just try and guess all the American states and see if I'm wrong. What's in Ohio? Oh yeah, I've heard of Ohio. That's where all the big YouTubers come from nowadays. They're all from Ohio. Small boys from Ohio. Oh, I was gonna say something. Yeah, because in Australia, it's a lot simpler. We only have like 6 states or 7 states. I think it's 6 states and 1 territory or 2 territories. So it's a lot simpler. We just got Victoria, New South Wales, South Australia, Western Australia, Northern Territory and Tasmania, and Queensland. Yeah, that's like all we got. So it's very, very easy to remember. And it's just one fat continent. So it's kind of strange how it's the same size, but it's got like way less going on and a smaller population. And I don't want these. Hold on, I don't know why I put these in a straight line here. So, yeah, hold on. I keep getting distracted, so I have to finish off the level. Wait, am I going through it back? Yeah, okay. Something felt weird. I'm going through it backwards. I have to go through it from this side. So let's move you here. I feel like, yeah, so what I feel like should happen is you wall run into this, but this is a bit too low, so I should move this higher. And I'm gonna make a copy. I'll make some solid, ooh, wait, this is clipping through the roof. Oh no. Can't have that. Oh bad. Okay. Let me, I'll make one of those, a solid crate that isn't open. Because this needs to lay on something. See if this actually fits. Okay, that actually fits. Nice. So I'll make these little bits. Okay, then I'll move these over here. Except now this is, oh damn it. It's all clipping. Very bad. I'll get rid of this one for the moment. Just checking what's going on in my chat here. Oh no, I didn't say the ACT. That's right. So, yeah, see, I'm even bad with my own states. I forgot that Canberra existed. Because in my head, it's surrounded by New South Wales, so I kind of think, yeah, it's not a real state. It's really like, it's just New South Wales' little child. But no, that's I got that wrong there. It's a legit state. Yeah, shit. See, yeah, I'm really bad at geography. God. I have this friend who, he's really good at coming up with his own maps. Like, he makes his own galactic maps, and he actually puts in, like, continents and details, and it's insane. Like, I don't know how he does it, but the guy's like a human Wikipedia. Like, he can just absorb so much knowledge and make up all this stuff. It's pretty insane. Could use those sorts of skills. I just don't... I like having this sort of like that, except it's kind of harder to... Because that way, if you can't wall run all the way, you sort of get like a little thing you can jump onto, but I gotta make a little crate just to help you out. Just so that you can get on top of that little bit. Because it's a bit too high. So I don't know if that's enough. Ooh. Okay, I gotta... Still a little... Gotta make it like precisely a certain size for some reason. That's better. So if you fall and miss, you could still make it. Except if you end up down here, what happens? I don't know. And this is a very... I gotta make that gap bigger. It's a bit too close. And maybe I'll move this just a little bit. There we go. Maybe I move this closer, I don't know. Take all those. Alright, I should probably wrap up soon, so final adjustments. Okay, this doesn't... it's not flowing very well, is it? Because I get up here, and then it's... I mean, I kind of glitch out there, so I'm going to pretend that glitch doesn't happen. But then when I get here, I kind of just run into the roof. It doesn't feel very good. Oh, Takedown Bard's back. Yeah, I think we're probably just about to finish, I think. Except now I realize that this area... I was hoping to have finished this, but this kind of sucks still. So maybe next time we finish this off. Thanks, Meme Love 204 for the follow. Yeah, it feels a bit small, doesn't it? I don't know if there's something we can do about that. Because I kind of want it to... Maybe I could make it bigger, like this way, but I'd have to move all this. Well, let's try it and just see how it feels, and then that might be the final adjustment that we make for the moment. And I'll probably finish it off in my own time before the end of the week, because I should really like start scripting this afternoon if I don't want to lose my weekend. Okay, so I gotta make this. I gotta bring this forward. I gotta increase my grid size. So I'll bring that out here maybe, and then same with this. I'll just like bring that out. And then as for this, I don't know how big this needs to be, but maybe I don't want to make it an odd number. I want to make it an even number. Maybe 14. Let's just like go inside and... Okay, that feels better, I think. I don't know if it needs to be taller, but that'll be easier to do. So we'll just make it wider. Alright, now we just gotta cover this up. Cover up the scene of the crime. As well as possible. Just close off those corners. No, that's a bit of a problem. I might have to move that rail. Oh. So I'll just move that across there. And this wall is that's a bit too close. So yeah, we'll That feels a bit better. And then this, well, because the walls kind of stick out a bit, eh? But no, that should still be okay. Let me just like select these, and we'll move those against the new wall. I just want to get it, make sure it's not clipping. Okay, it's a bit. Yeah, no, we can. That works. Yeah, sweet. And then I missed this one. Except I just need to make that a bit bigger. And I'm gonna move these. And gotta move that and that. And then I think that's like all of those pieces. Pretty sure. So yeah, let's just want to play through the outside bit here. I mean, it feels a bit better that it's bigger, actually. It feels a bit nicer. Except this is, this doesn't feel like, I don't know, this feels, oh no, that's like the same. It just felt a bit different. This bit feels different up here, though. So I gotta make sure that's bigger. So I gotta move that here. And close that off. And then we end up in here. So I think, I'll leave it at this, because I'm not quite sure what else I can do, but I'll figure out something. But for the meantime, I'll play through it so you guys can see. If you're just joining us, you can see the entire thing so far. And to quickly answer Boops Skylar Muffin's question, I do get asked this a lot if I'm going to have a level editor. It's a bit of a complicated answer, but it's the idea is on the shelf, but it's a very expensive idea. And I'm one person, so I don't want to make any promises. But I think it's cool, but I mean, I don't know what'll happen. So that's my quick version of that answer. I might have a more elaborate answer in one of my Q&A videos. So anyway, let's play through this, and I'll show you guys like the final product ish so far. I'll try and make it short as well, so I'll try and be quick. So we have a wall running bit. I'll see if I can just take the normal route as quick as possible. Sweet. So we go through here. We go to this. I like to call this Bunnings Warehouse. Australians will get that joke. There we go. Okay. Then we get up to the Tilted Towers. And I'll take this route because this is quick. Oh, I missed the grind rail. Oh, I still made it. It's fine. The construction building. Or I guess this is still like the Tilted Towers. And then we have the platforming. Because what would a platform game be without platforms? And then we have the air dash segment with the walls. Have another. This is like all using the air dash, and I'll take the upper shortcut here because I like this bit. And we have the really nice, cool grind rail here. Whee! And then we have this bit, and then the crane. This is what we started doing today. And maybe I should give you more to do in this bit. And then we can take this area if we want. And this is like all the new stuff. We can slide under, jump. Oh, I didn't make that. And then we have this bit that I still haven't figured out, but it'll be something. By the end of today, I'll do something with it. And let's just... Whoa, no, I fell. Okay, let's just pretend that that's the goal. So that's like 1minute 40 seconds-ish. Not so bad. Okay. Whoa, what did I just open? Oh, I don't want the Unreal Docs. Oops. So yeah, there we have it. That's. I think that'll be it for today, because I really got to eat. Lowest prices are just the beginning. That's right. So yeah, there we go. I hope you guys... I want to release this soon, so I hope you guys enjoy it when it's out. I don't think I'll be doing another stream for this, because yeah, I want to release this in like the next 2 days. But the next stream will probably focus on either fixing this up a bit after I get people to play it, or it'll be the modeling. So be sure to stick around for when that happens. And be on the lookout for a devlog, because this is all the lockout stuff is all going to be in a devlog and with the new build. So be sure to check out my YouTube channel if you haven't heard of me before. linked in the cards down below. And subscribe. Make sure to follow. Make sure to what else? What else do people do? Make sure to make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to so get your devlog hype on, because we're gonna have one soon. I'm probably gonna do the scripting this afternoon. So anyway, I gotta eat. And I've saved this, so don't worry, it's all saved, it's all backed up to the cloud and whatever. I'll back it up to the cloud. And there we go. So thank you all so much for joining. I'm glad you could all make it. It really is a lot of fun. I make more progress like doing this than I would by myself, because I'm just really tired and lonely. So yeah, I really appreciate everyone coming out. Thanks Carlos399 for the follow. Appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys later. I'll catch you guys soon. So yeah, see you everyone. Bye bye. How do I turn this thing off now? Give me a sec. Bye bye.